He gets this one to Mechie. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, these two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. From the 29, Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, it's Goff. This one finds Pierce on the out route. Oh, and a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Goff now to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff throwing the out route and complete. That's Pierce. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Colts at 7-9 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to
touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Cooks will come in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
First and 10, Taylor now. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready, yellow, 22, smash, red. Ready,
2nd and 3. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. That one finds Pierce right side. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. On 1st and 10, Goff. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Caught left side by Mechie. And he'll be out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Trying the power game with Ham. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On the give, here comes Jackson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
After the interception, here's Goff. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Gone. Eluding the pressure right. Gets the dump off to Pierce. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now third down and 6 to go.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Goff. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. Here's Goff. Pass caught on the out route by Mechie. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now Goff on first down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Throwing again on second down. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Getting the ball to Anderson here on the out route. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. From the 22, Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So if they can't let that dream go just yet, they have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Elam. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds Pierce, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for Indy. And even 50 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Goff. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This will be complete to Mechie. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Repeat of the last play going to Mechie here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air again, Goff. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Indianapolis, they'll finish a game below 500 at 8-9 on the year. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Houston, this loss will be the capper to what will be a disappointing 5-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way.